fuel data and spent fuel pool data, we would like to come back to you on that data within the 17th. As for the time of beginning to spray water from our water cannon truck, we would like to come out with an answer once we make a decision on this. And of course, for the people who will be involved, we have heard that it is the police officers. We don't have the details yet. As for the plant that we will be conducting this spraying of high pressure water, we are trying to currently prioritize which reactor and plant should go first. We are amid this process. As for the batteries for the gauge, we had a question whether that battery was changeable, and we would like to reorganize our information and get back to you within the 17th. Also, for the mobile power generator, the vehicle, we would like to get back to you on the answer regarding this within the 17th. As for the pumps of water, we would like to get back to you. And the water supply, we will get back to you on the response officially within the 17th. As for the plans, there were some questions where we were unable to provide you a clear answer, and there were some implications that you had elaborated too. And within the date of the 17th, we would like to get back to you on that question item as well. As for the recovery of power at this moment, we are starting to have enough capabilities. So within today, we hope to resume to work on this matter with using the regenerated power, but we don't know when yet. As for per your questions from the reporters, the question pertained to the temperature rising due to the condensation of seawater within the vessel. We would like to come back to you with an official answer within the 17th. And looking at the satellite pictures, this is the eastern wall of one of the plants, and you elaborated on the clarification whether the wall has disappeared or not. I do apologize, but we will get back to you with the confirmed information within the 17th. Among all of the questions we received from the previous briefing, I have just elaborated on how we will respond to your questions. Due to the time constraint, we were unable to give you an answer right away, but we will get back to you with answers within the date of the 17th. That's it from our part. So are you going to bring in electricity from outside? Yes, we are trying to resume the outside supply, and we also have a tentative power generation, and we are trying to connect that right now. We're doing the works, and also the material to do so is currently arriving within Fukushima Prefecture. Some are still on the move on the road. So somewhere tomorrow or today, from the 17th, we will be able to start the work to resume the power generation into our facility. And what is the level? Well, as for the level of power generation from the tentative power generation that we're trying to set up within the plant, I will get back to you on the details once I confirm. But what I can say at this moment is that we will set up where the radioactivity level is low. We will bring in a mobile power generator, and we will do a relay, and we will set up necessary facility and bring in directly the power generation. At the same time, on a simultaneous basis, from Tohoku Electric Power Company, they are currently trying to resume the line that provides power into the plant facilities directly. So we're working on this on both ends.
As for the prioritization, we will start with the tentative power generator first. And as far as we can, we will try to restore the power transmission. What about the output level? We'd like to check and respond to you. So police officers are involved in this work. We are checking the details, But as of now, we don't have more information right now. But in one way or another, it could be by air, but they will come to Ibaraki Prefecture, and on the ground they're on the way. When would they arrive at the Ibaraki airport, and how long is it going to take on the ground? They arrived at midnight on the 16th, before the 12 midnight at Ibaraki airport. When will the construction be over for the temporary power generator at the earliest? We'd like to check the details as to the construction work. What about the timing? In the morning or in the afternoon? As soon as the preparations are done, so we might be able to start the work from the morning at the earliest. If there is a tentative power generator, is it possible to connect it to ECCS, or do you need further inspection? First, we will try to build a power source as soon as possible, and including the tsunami and earthquake impacts, we'd like to check the soundness to decide which route is going to be used for power supply, and then we will connect it to the system to run the pump. Do you think it's going to be very difficult? We are doing a desktop examination, so we think that the feasibility is quite high. You try to put the cable to the mobile power generation system, but it didn't really work. The previous time, we had difficulty connecting directly to the plant, so in order to inject into the plant 100-volt low voltage mobile power system requires lighting, and also the equipment which can be used at low voltage. We were able to connect those systems, but to move something, we were not able to connect the larger capacity system. To that end, we try to have power separation system so that we can supplement the entire system with a temporary power generator. So we'd like to resolve the pending issues, so we have high expectations this time.
We
have received your questions, and if you don't have any further questions, we'd like to complete our explanation here. By the end of the 17th, we'd like to get back to you for more details. As to public relations, when there was an accident at Monju, a manager-level person was sacrificed. So somebody responsible should come here to do public relations at the board member level. Otherwise, it can be a big problem. Managing director is responsible for public relations as a board member.
That was a live news conference by the Tokyo Electric Company officials, Tokyo Electric Power Company officials. They've been saying all along that to keep the situation on the nuclear reactors from deteriorating, pumping water is the main thing, to keep the reactors by pumping water into the storage pool. That is the main priority. So they say they will make that decision by the end of 17th, Thursday. So we'll be hearing their decisions.
We still do not know the whole picture of the damage caused by the Great Tohoku Kanto earthquake. Many people have lost their houses and they are living in shelters. The number exceeds 440,000. It is terrible times for these people. And now another crisis, that is the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. We have created a small model of the power plant here. As you can see, the power plant is located facing the sea. You have 4 reactors lined up here, number 1 and number 3, which were in operation. They were shut down after the earthquake. However, hydrogen explosion occurred and the building ceiling was blown away, and also there was a fire in number 4 reactor, number 3 reactor. We've seen a white smoke coming out, and today the SDF force has tried to pour large amounts of water from the sky, from a helicopter. However, today this was not possible. The crisis continues as we speak. This power plant was supposed to be safe because of the state-of-the-art technology. What is happening at our power plants?
March 11. Massive tsunami waves hit the coast of eastern Japan. Ahead was the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant facing the sea. The plant was hit by an unprecedented disaster. The first incident occurred at the number 1 reactor. Nuclear reactors are housed in solid containment vessels. On the day of the earthquake, the plant was using heat from nuclear fission to generate power. It was during that process that a massive magnitude 9 earthquake hit the plant. But control rods were automatically activated and inserted in between fuel rods to halt the nuclear fission. Furthermore, an emergency backup power generator located underground restored the power to the system. The emergency core cooling system designed to inject water into the reactor was also activated. Had the cooling continued, the safety of the reactor would have been assured. However, the cooling device suddenly stopped. This official of the Nuclear Safety Industry Agency says that the emergency core cooling system is believed to have halted. The cause was the massive tsunami waves that hit the nuclear plant 1 hour after the earthquake. This is recorded on data. This is the tsunami records taken at Soma City in Fukushima Prefecture, some 45 kilometers to the north of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant. First, a trough of wave followed by a rapid rise in tidal height is recorded. Waves as high as 7.3 meters reached the area. The violent waves well beyond one's imagination were also captured in satellite photos. Debris scattered around the reactor. Landscape totally changed. The fuel oil tanks and other facilities along the coastline were all washed away. Tsunami waves reached as far as 300 meters from the coastline.